Masculinity at its essence is about demonstrating responsibility, strength, wisdom, perseverance, prowess, courage, and leadership. Masculinity means that a man must bravely face all the challenges and obstacles that life throws at him in stride and fight back. Manliness is about refusing to shrink from the pain and constantly hitting back. You must hit back not just for yourself but for others. You must fight with your brothers in arms and for your family, the weak, the young, and the elderly. The development of manliness was forged in a time of tribes where men were responsible for defending the tribe's territory, bringing back food from the hunt, fighting wars to secure advantages for the tribe, ensuring the protection of women and children, and developing the next generation of warriors. The vast majority of men were warriors, hunters, and protectors. There was a sense of honor among men. By virtue of being male, you were automatically part of the male honor group or fraternity in which you were expected to be responsible, strong, courageous, skilled, and dependable. When it was time for you to go on your first hunt or battle, you had to prove yourself to your brothers in order to be worth anything. Your ranking in the honor group meant that others had to judge you favorably in order for you to receive the esteem of the tribe and a woman with whom you'd procreate and build a family with. You had to prove yourself to your elders and your brothers again and again. Slacking off, being lazy, and not feeling like it were not options for men until very recently. If you were not competent and esteemed among your honor group and by extension the tribe, you wouldn't get much to eat, would be treated like a burden, and no woman would lay with you to continue your line. With that history lesson in mind, here are some things you must do in order to transition from a weak teenager into a respected masculine man. If you are new here, please subscribe to get more. 1. Engage in masculine activities. There are certain activities which will develop your innate masculinity. I would recommend engaging in combat sports such as jiu-jitsu, boxing, judo, MMA, or wrestling. Martial arts training has several benefits which include self-defense skills, physical fitness, an appropriate and controlled environment in which to release aggression, the development of self-discipline and mastery, and finding an honor group. If owning and using firearms is legal in your country, take gun safety and marksmanship classes. In my opinion, being skilled with firearms is one of the most important masculine skills. Becoming a student of the gun is essential in developing discipline, focus, self-defense skills, and being useful to the country during wartime as a serviceman or militiaman. If you cannot adequately defend yourself, your loved ones, your property, your liberty, and your country with force, you cannot claim to be manly. Unless you have some deep-seated moral opposition to hunting and fishing, you should become competent in both. There are scenarios in which it is essential for you to be able to feed yourself and your family, and the regular options may not be available. What if you get lost in the forest for a few days? What if the country is facing a major war? What if there's a famine? In addition, hunting and fishing help you develop patience, skill mastery, and most importantly, the ability to make peace with killing and cooking an animal. Your first kill tends to harden you, and being hardened is essential for a man. Emotional fragility is not an option for men. Engage in some activity which requires constant learning, skill, practice, patience, and creativity such as carpentry, welding, farming, gardening, and tinkering with cars and electronics. These skills will make you useful and develop your ability to do work that is physically and mentally challenging. 2. Stop these destructive things. Excessive TV watching, video games, pornography, masturbation, and mindless social media consumption are the most destructive activities the average young man engages in. Stop them right now, they are destroying you. Spending 8 hours on Friday evening watching Netflix is not a productive or desirable use of time. You could have studied, worked overtime, read a book, written a few essays, gardened, or done literally any other productive activity. If you want to relax, you can exercise, read, or go out with friends and talk to real people. Binge watching movies and TV shows will destroy your will to do anything productive and waste your day. It is also highly addictive. Stop binge watching TV. You know why we like war video games like Call of Duty. Because it simulates the danger, excitement, camaraderie, and glory all men crave. Instead of actually putting life and limb at risk by joining the military, we can pretend to do it for a few hours every night. We become addicted and it saps our motivation for self-improvement and productivity. Stop playing video games. Pornography and excessive masturbation have several destructive effects on a young man. First of all, porn paints a very unrealistic picture of what sex is like. Second, you lose the motivation to grow a pair and actually go out there and convince a girl to have sex with you. Third of all, it becomes very addictive, and after the dopamine rush wears off, you feel worn out, tired, and unmotivated. Stop watching porn and jerking off. Instead, go out there and find a girlfriend. Social media companies implement a variety of strategies to addict their customers to their product so that they become captive. We are all victims of this, and I don't blame the companies. It's only natural that they would try to maximize profits. You must have the self-discipline to limit the amount of time you spend on social media, because it leads to wasting so much time and fills your head full of junk while giving you anxiety. The best solution is to just delete all of your social media accounts and never look back. You won't stop having friends and family if you don't have social media accounts. Stop wasting time on social media. 3. Read and become wise. Many young men in this generation rarely read books other than what they are required to read for school, college, and work. They waste far too much time binge-watching TV, playing video games, and mindlessly scrolling through social media. Reading good books and actually absorbing the lessons of those books is an essential life skill. Head to the bookshelf in your house, Amazon, your local bookstore, or the library and identify a few good books and get cracking. I will put a few book recommendations at the description. 4. Develop strong mental, physical, and emotional self-discipline. Discipline equals freedom. Developing a sense of mental, physical, and emotional self-discipline is imperative to ensuring that you're becoming a strong, self-reliant, and dependable man. You need to develop clarity in your thinking and not allow yourself to become distracted by many of the trappings of modern life. Don't dawdle on social media when you are supposed to be studying. Don't watch time-wasting YouTube videos when you should be mowing the lawn, and stop making excuses when you should be training. Clear, focused, logical, and disciplined mental processing should be your goal. It will take a lifetime, but that doesn't mean you get to quit. Physical fitness in the form of skill and strength is essential to manliness. You must get into shape immediately. Having a flabby and loose body is not an option. Martial arts will help you become strong and skilled, but that's not enough. After consulting with a doctor and ensuring you are okay to start a training regime, you must start a physical fitness program that incorporates martial arts, strength training, and general cardiovascular exercise. Start off slow and gradually build up over the course of the coming months. Being skilled at fighting, becoming strong, and developing stamina should be your goals. You should be able to run 3 miles in 24 minutes or less, do at least 10 pull-ups, and do 60 push-ups and sit-ups in 2 minutes each. Additionally, you should be able to squat, deadlift, and bench press at least your body weight. With regard to diet, it is pretty simple. If you avoid gorging yourself with junk food, soda, and heavy carbs every day, you are eating healthy. A simple, healthy, and effective diet consists of lean meat, legumes, and vegetables. Cook them however you like and mix it up with various herbs and spices. In addition to this, drink lots of water and avoid excessive consumption of anything. Temperance is key. Do not allow yourself to become addicted to tobacco, drugs, and alcohol. Having a few pegs of scotch with a buddy every few weeks is okay, but again, temperance is key. Do not attempt to drown out life's difficulties with drugs and alcohol. Be a man and face the fire. Emotional discipline is an absolute necessity for a man. Nowadays, you see so many men who constantly whine, bitch, and complain. They don't have the ability to endure even slight discomfort without crying like babies. Whining in public, flying off the handle over little issues, and crying in front of others are prohibited. Tears are permitted only at funerals and when the national anthem is playing. A man must remain stoic and in control of his mind and body, or things can get very ugly. Lastly, stop blaming others for your issues. Solve your own problems and be a man about it. 5. Learn about the great men of history. You don't have to reinvent the wheel to become manly and a great man. Luckily, the lessons of history are easily accessible to us, if only we would look in the right direction and learn them. There were billions of men who lived before you and I, and thousands of them have had their stories recorded. Spend some time learning about the great men. Some of these men might not have been the most moral or decent by today's or any standards, but they were definitely great and masculine. These men were the generals, admirals, soldiers, kings, emperors, presidents, politicians, thinkers, conquerors, explorers, inventors, and entrepreneurs. Read about great figures such as Alexander the Great, Nikola Tesla, Hannibal, Julius Caesar, Attila the Hun, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Napoleon, Yi Sun Shin, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Nathanael Greene, Andrew Jackson, Abraham Lincoln. Read about men who were born in unremarkable circumstances but worked their way to greatness. Learn their lessons and apply them in your own life. 6. Take responsibility. The biggest problem with males nowadays is that taking responsibility is delayed for years and years. The most important thing you must do is start taking some responsibility for yourself. That means getting a job, learning a skill, earning money, saving, and investing. I know you have been hamstrung by ridiculous laws, regulations, and societal standards that have forced energetic young men into the 8 to 9 hour a day. Hell, that is the modern school system instead of allowing them to work and learn practical skills. Forget all those excuses and do your best to get a job. Getting a job will help you learn basic life skills such as getting to work on time, communication skills, and the value of a hard day's work. Do your own laundry, clean your room, make your bed, handle the basic maintenance of your stuff like computer, bike, car, phone, etc. Start helping your dad with repairs around the house and try to take fixed responsibility for some tasks around the house. A sense of ownership and responsibility over a job will be one of the major catalysts into making you a man. 7. Leave your parents' house. Staying at home too long will make you into a mama's boy. The natural urge for most moms will be to spoil you. Even if she's yelling and hollering that you need to grow up and get a job, chances are that she still cooks for you, does some of your chores, tells your dad to lay off you, and is still extremely protective of you. It is completely natural for your mom to always think of you as her baby boy. If you stay too long, she will inadvertently stifle your development and will delay you from growing into a man. As soon as you turn 18 and graduate high school, you need to get the hell out of the house to attend college, work and live on your own, or join the military. Do not stay at home. If money is tight, you can work full-time for a couple of years and live on your own prior to attending college. Chances are that you will live until you're at least 75. Delaying college for a few years isn't the end of the world. The experiences and trials that you'll face living on your own will forge you into a resilient man and will make you more mature, which will help you succeed in college. Pop culture and the intelligentsia, which is made up of public intellectuals, the media, and politicians, say masculinity is some outdated bullshit ideology that isn't relevant anymore. That is malarkey and they know it. But they have to sell their ideology to weak fools anyway, so they continue to propagate this falsehood. Traditional manliness is not toxic, nor is it irrelevant. Society will always need strong and resilient men. Don't buy into the BS. Becoming manly is a different matter entirely. Regardless, being born as a male is nature's gift to you. Be proud and own it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.